1, 2, 3, 4. We took a leap of faith, leaving no trace, escaping the gig grind, looking for a better place. No more shortcuts, no more scams. Breaking away from my past gens, breaking away from my past gens. We hit the open road, high on blind hope, running on illegal fuel. We hit the open road, high on blind hope, chased by them fascist fools. Making our way across a divided nation, making a break from our former station, making our way across a divided nation, making a break from our former station. I am bound from the gig grind, we leave it all behind.
So this is what you guys do every night? Sit around a campfire and...
Yes,
Yep.
every time.
They always ask.
Did I miss something? What's the joke?
I don't think there's a joke. It's just a question every new member of the crew asks on the night of their first campfire. It's sort of a...
Custom.
Rite of passage.
Annoying fucking habit.
Geez, fine. Forget I asked. Hey, so does this mean I'm part of the crew now?
You and girl. Of course, right?
Sure.
Yeah, well, you'll need an official title.
So, CT's our driver and cook. Theo's the boss. Sai's the battering ram. I'm the sister, I guess. Eli's the heart, and Gnome's... I'm sorry, Gnome, but what do you do? Provide cutting commentary to the events of the day, lurk moodily in the periphery, elegantly smoke cigarettes, and I'm the ex, I guess. Wait, why are we framing Pax as the protagonist here?
She did bring us all together.
Fine, Pax is our protagonist, and Girl's the kid. She's got that role down pat. So what are you, Saul? What do you bring to your new position as crew member?
Well, shit, if you put it like that, I guess I'm the fucking healer. But I can also drive, cook, be sarcastic, build explosive booby traps. I'll earn my keep somehow. Don't you guys worry about that.
Hey, do we know if girl has any allergies or dietary restrictions?
Our food is generally inoffensive and contains few common allergens.
And if things go tits up, I think I can fix anaphylaxis with some choice verses from Sylvia Plath. Ezra Pound, if it's serious.
Does anyone know any bedtime stories? I only know Rider folktales, and those are probably a little bloody for a preteen.
I have an extensive library of classic children's stories.
Just stay away from Shakespeare, okay? Unless you want her to pass out from boredom.
Isn't that sort of the point?
Fair enough. Shakespeare it is.
Sol's right about the libraries. We need to change our route. Worst case scenario, all the libraries have been raided, and we're on our own. We need to hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. We can't take any chances.
You mean a detour? Sorry.
There are really only 3 options. One of them. Let's just take a look at the map. We were supposed to go straight north on 85, stopping in Rapid City, and then east on I-90 through Minnesota to Chicago. But with no way to connect with Nadia, we can't risk it. And even if the Rapid City Library is still standing, we'd be cutting it close. We lost a lot of time today. We could still go through the Dakotas, circumventing Rapid City, passing Minneapolis before Chicago, but the Dakotas are dangerous. Even if Eli gets us past the Riders, there are other clans in the territories and they'd be curious about a bus. And the other option is to go south into New Mexico and from there through Oklahoma and St. Louis before Chicago, but that's a long detour. It means crossing 2 borders, and we would definitely not make it to Chicago in time. We'd have to communicate with Nova Scotia, and I don't know how to do that now. What do you think, Pax? Any thoughts? Pax?
We could hug the border to the territories, stay south of Rapid City, and restock in Minneapolis.
We could, but I'm worried about riders. They run rampant in the southern territories, and since we have a child with us now. As for going further north, that's the literal Wild West. Forget about riders. There are other clans up there. It's too unpredictable. Not to mention that neither route fits our timeline. If there's even one roadblock, we're screwed.
So, how about...
The Great Plains Exclusion Zone. It's talk about unpredictable and dangerous. Also, the Ashes is permanently closed for civilian traffic. Only trucks and justice vehicles are allowed on I-70 with multiple armed checkpoints.
Didn't Soul say something about a road further north running parallel with I-70? One without checkpoints and... Lebanon.
Route 36 runs straight through, Lebanon, Kansas. The midway point between West and East, back when there were 50 states. I don't think that town exists anymore. It's all just, dust. Pax?
Sorry, Theo. I got caught up in... What do you know about the Ashes?
Same as you, probably. The Great Plains Exclusion Zone. Just a dust bowl now. The Dust Bowl. Constant storms, terrible visibility. Supposedly the site of Black Ops experiments, at least, according to the conspiracy theorists. The interstate's monitored by justice, and the other highways haven't been maintained since everyone left in the 1990s. It's uninhabitable.
Are the Ashes completely off limits?
Nothing. No one does. It's a black hole. Ever since the Great Drought of the 90s, people migrated in the hundreds of thousands, west, east, away from the sandstorms. The land became arid. Temperatures rose, the scorching hot winds ravaged what was left. It's a dead zone. Uninhabited, uninhabitable, lifeless, lethal. It is the most direct route, but that's pretty much the only reason I'd even consider it. It would get us to Chicago with time to spare.
It would get us to Chicago faster than any other route, right?
I mean, theoretically, it's basically a straight line to Chicago. But even if Route 36 is still there, like Soul claims, we don't know if there are roadblocks, checkpoints, missing bridges. We'd bet everything on a wish and a prayer. Is that something you want to do, especially with a kid on board? If we made it through, and I wouldn't count on that.
That's our route.
Were you not listening.
What other option do we have, Theo? We're behind schedule. The other routes are not viable, and the zone's uninhabited. We pass through undetected.
You seriously want to do this, Pax?
Dead serious.
Okay. Then we need to move tonight. It'll take close to 12 hours to drive through, and we can't do it in the dark. We need to pass the edge of the zone by sunrise to maximize the daylight. I'll tell the others.